Okay, hello and welcome. Chris here, T Titan, and it's exciting times because we're about to start looking at Facebook ads. So at this point, we've chosen a niche. We've probably chosen several good niches. We've researched the niche and seen that it's a good niche. It's a niche that we think we can reach on Facebook as well. We've looked at all the designs, all the ideas, and we've settled on some good designs. We've created the designs either ourselves. We've got designers to make them. We've set them up on Teespring, so we basically our design is created, it's live on the internet. We've got a good niche, we're feeling good about things. Now it's time to actually use Facebook ads to drive traffic to our Teespring campaign and actually start generating sales, hopefully, and making some good money. But before we look at Facebook ads, we need to be, completely sure that we've done our preparation. So we need to have a good niche. We need at least one design. Ideally, we want several designs ready, and ideally even live on Teespring before we get to the Facebook ad stage. And the reason for that is, remember, we're not just testing a design as such, we're actually testing a design combined with a niche, combined with a specific set of Facebook ads. So if we launch one campaign, one design, and it doesn't do well, that doesn't tell us that the niche is bad. It just means that that design didn't work to those particular Facebook interests. So all of these things are connected. And it's vital that you kind of get your psychology right when you approach this, because we're now about to start dealing with money, and so we don't want to be like losing money and going, the niche is bad, and then we give up on the niche, and it could have actually been a good niche if we'd got the right design or got the right targeting. So we need to make sure that our psychology is right and we're thinking about this correctly. Remember as well that we're only using proven niches, so we've done our homework before we get to this stage, and we've done a lot of homework as well. So in theory, no niche is bad. It's not a question of good or bad. We need to be philosophical about this because we're actually buying data. So as well as buying traffic, we're also buying data, and we're also getting a feel for what works, what gets a high click-through rate, what gets sales, what's got a low cost per share, what do people comment on, what do they say. So we're getting data as well as actually trying to make money and spend $1 and turn it into $2. Even if we spend $1 and we only make $1 back, if we get data, that's a positive outcome. In fact, it can even be positive sometimes to spend money, lose a little bit, but use that data to inform our opinions and come back a second time with a much stronger campaign. The other benefit that I've kind of touched on a few times is if we've got several designs that are pre-prepared, we've already created the designs, and we've already put them live on Teespring, and we've now launched our first design. Well, if we see that the first design doesn't do particularly well, then what we can do is we can quickly grab our second t-shirt, which is already live on Teespring. We can create a post, create an ad for it, and quickly rotate that second design in and kill off the first one. So we can do that literally within a few hours, maybe within a day or so, and then we look at that one, see how that one does, maybe tweak the campaign based on some data that we've seen on Facebook, and if that's not doing well, we can roll in the third one. So it's possible really to test 3 or even 4 designs in the space of just a couple of days, and with only spending maybe $20 or $30. And then if all the designs that we try do badly, well, we can kill the niche, but only for now. So we can always return to niches. Again, we buy in data, so it's better to enter a niche that you've already tested, you've already, played around in, you've already got some data, and that data will stay there in the form of Facebook reports that we can always go back and look at. And there's a lot of data that Facebook will give you. But if several designs don't work well, then yes, we put the niche on hold, we put it on ice, at least for now. But as you can hopefully understand, it's vital that we get this idea of niches and designs right in terms of how we approach it before we start to look at Facebook ads. And we need to understand what we're actually doing here in terms of not just trying to quickly buy money and do a hit and grab and make $100 today, but we're actually trying to test as much as possible and trying to get as much data as possible, while of course also trying to ensure that we have a positive ROI, and we can actually make money. So our psychology needs to be properly in order here because we're about to start spending money, and very often, psychology can go out the window once money enters the picture. So Next thing I want to talk about is the 80-20 rule. I've referenced this before, and it's basically the idea that 80% of your success will come from 20% of the things that you do. So, if you launch 100 designs, 20 of them will bring in like 80% of the sales. And this applies to a lot of things in life, that a small number of things will generate most of the results. And it's actually even more extreme with t-shirts than it is in some other things. So it's not really 80-20, it's that a good design, the one in like maybe 20 designs that you do, can actually bring in, 100 times what we've just lost from testing a bad one. So we can, try a design, fail, try a design, fail, 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 moderate success, fail, moderate success, fail, 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 massive success. And that massive success can generate, well in excess of what we spent testing to try and find it, basically. Also, beyond just the immediate cash, a good design can open up an entire niche for us. So as soon as we spend a lot of money on Facebook, we'll get like a ton of data. We'll start to build fans to the page. We'll start to build audiences. We'll start to do a lot of really cool things that will allow us to go back and launch a second design in the niche, or even relaunch our first design multiple times and do it in a more cost-effective, more informed way that gives us a better ROI. So a good design can actually be kind of our entry point into an entire niche. Again, remember that we'll quickly kill any design that's got poor metrics. So if we don't just look at sales. Sales are by far and away the most important thing. Sales are like head and shoulders above everything else in terms of what we look at. But we can also look at clusters of other pieces of data, which, because like a sale, maybe a sale will come in every $5, $10, $15 in ad spend initially. Whereas, within $1 or $2, we can very quickly see that if cost per website click's very high, or if cost per share is very high, or any of these metrics just don't look good, we can go in and see that the campaign doesn't seem to be doing well. And if it's not doing well in general, then it probably won't be in profit either. So we can quickly kill any design with poor metrics, and I've put here, or Facebook will. I've noticed this, they seem to be rolling in, I guess you'd call it kind of like a quality score, whereby they will generally be more likely to disapprove an ad if the numbers don't look particularly good. So if there's not a lot of engagement, not many people are clicking on it, then they'll kind of disapprove the ad. And this is just a general thing, there's not like, an official rule on this. But basically, if it's not doing good in general, if it's not getting good engagement, then Facebook may kill it. But we probably will anyway, hopefully, before we spend a lot of money. So like I say, make sure you've got several designs prepared for a particular niche before we spend our first dollar. When when a design doesn't work, it's kind of like I've put here, it's me, not you. So it's kind of like if you break up with someone, a mature way to to do it is to say it's not you, it's me. Well, it's kind of the same here. If a design doesn't do well, a mature way to look at it is that the niche itself isn't bad as such. It's just that our particular design didn't work at that particular time. So that's kind of a good way to look at it. Really key rule, learn to kill off your designs fast, like you don't care. You don't want to be throwing bad, good money after bad here. If it doesn't work out, that's fine, we move on to the next design. If we try several designs and they don't work out, we move on to the next niche. We need to be philosophical here. And I have a few people who I work with, staff and virtual assistants and things, and I use a lot of words like murder and kill and be ruthless and things like that when talking about Teespring campaigns and Facebook ads, because you really do need to be, have a bias towards murder basically. If it's not doing well, kill it, get rid of it, move on to the next one. Some final points before we move on, just in general with Facebook ads. This step that I'm about to show you here with the designs, with the Facebook ads, it's kind of interchangeable with step 2, the design step. So we had step 1, choose a niche, step 2, brainstorm and create our design, step 3, Facebook ads, which is what we're on now. But some people actually do Facebook ads as step 2, so they'll basically get their targeting right before they create their designs, and a lot of successful people do actually do it that way around. So in a sense, we're kind of doing it in a slightly different way. Many people do suggest Facebook advertising and looking at the targeting as kind of our step 1, or rather our step 2. But I believe that they're tied together. So I kind of think they're actually one and the same, which is why the first thing we do is we look at the niches, and that, as part of it, involves looking for designs and also looking for targeting. So that kind of centers us roughly in the right place. And after that, I don't think it makes too much difference which one we do. I'll kind of do them together, if I'm completely honest. So, for me, this, step one, step two, step three, it kind of all merges into one. But then obviously, that wouldn't make for a very clear, concise course, if it was just one big long, 16-hour slide. So it's good to break them down, and I just generally like to look at the Facebook advertising at the end, because that is the final stage, which is sort of getting traffic. A lot of people think that Facebook targeting is like the only thing. Like, you get your targeting right, you're going to smash it. Doesn't matter what the design is. If you get your targeting wrong, you can have the best design, it won't make money. But some huge guys, like monster people, making like crazy numbers that I'm not even going to say here, just in case it destroys your expectations. But some people doing massive numbers believe that design is the number one thing. So you'll hear some people say that design is the key thing. You'll hear some people say that Facebook targeting is the key thing. I think the way that we approach it is best, which is in the first step, the niche selection, we look at Facebook targeting and we look at design, and then we kind of do them after that in a sequential order. I think that's kind of a good middle ground. But hopefully this long drawn out intro, which actually didn't talk too much about Facebook ads, makes you realize that Facebook ads is not something that you look at in isolation. You need to have a broad philosophical sense of what we're trying to accomplish here, not just make immediate money, but get data. And also a sense that, even when things don't work out for us, there can still be long-term benefit. We can inform our opinion, we can get data. And we can also see that particular designs work better than others. So, we need to really try and get our psychology on point before we look at Facebook ads, because money is at stake. So in the next video, I'm going to really start to dive into the actual Facebook advertising technical side of things, which I know is the main event. That's what people are here for. But I just wanted to run through what I consider a very important introduction that will hopefully put you in a good position when it comes to actually launching our ads. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.